Hello, there it is. Super weird. Dude, OBS just changes shit on its own anytime it wants. It's just like, you know what? That's now how we're gonna do it. Alright, how's the mix? How do I sound? How's the game sound? It just... OBS decided not to pull it from the microphone. It just grabbed it from something else. I don't know why. Had to go in and adjust the settings. This happened to me on a stream earlier. Thank God someone in my chat told me before they couldn't hear me. Otherwise, it would have been an hour and a half of me streaming before I noticed. Yeah, no kidding. Opera Affair. Ooh, I think we get a... Let's get a little movie here.
Getting inside a world-class vault would take a team of world-class thieves.
Get it.
A group of specialists, each member contributing their own particular talent. It was clear that we needed Murray back. Not only was I missing a lifelong friend, but his brute strength helped get us out of more than a few scrapes in the past. When Bentley was injured during the whole Clockwork affair, Murray blamed himself.
I remember that.
Eventually,
you know what might have sold it a little more is if you had to work on getting Bentley back too.
Something he needed
like
to
a
do.
real straight up.
He said he wanted to find his
Son of a bitch,
spiritual
I'm in. Heist.
We got word
Getting
that
Murray
Murray
back
ended up
is
in the
not
Australian
terribly
outback,
challenging.
where he studied a mystic art called the Dreamtime from an Aboriginal guru. From all accounts, things went pretty well, and his teacher even sent him on a walkabout to locations all over the globe to
So that
complete the
compressed
training.
audio. No, it's not weird. I love it.
Latest reports have cited Murray in beautiful Venice, Italy, but what
Sounds
he's doing
just
there is a mystery. I just hope he steers clear of the local mob boss, Octavio. Growing up, this guy used to be a real celebrity in the neighborhood. Everyone loved to hear him sing opera and said he was destined to be the next great tenor. But just as his career started to take off, musical tastes changed. Suddenly, it was all about rock music, and no one wanted to listen to opera anymore.
Yeah, as if no one listens to opera now.
He held on to a few fans, and it was these mobsters that took him into the business.
Thanks for joining,
Heading
Carla.
onto this guy's turf was dangerous, but worth it for a chance to make things right with Murray.
That damn devil music. An opera of fear. Yeah, that's a good part with the little Bentley action. I love that you can see the sides here. It's so funny. Oh, I forgot to do these sweeps in this game. Yeah. That's not a video. That's like a real camera work. So funny because they do those in Sly 2 to go in and look at the thing, but that's actually a movie. They must have cranked up the horsepower. Nobody noticed him. How do we get around in these games? Because we don't have a van anymore, right? Just ride on the back of Bentley's wheels. Oh gosh, why? I dropped my controller. Oh, I like that. That little icon above his head. That helps let you know who has a job for you. Oh yeah, also an Easter card should be on its way. All right. I need to go check that Gamerland. It's been a little bit since I have checked it out. Dude, oh, look at this. Hey, everybody, look, it's Jimmy. Oh, but we don't know what Jimmy's saying.
Hello.
Oh, there's Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy.
I couldn't tell that I couldn't tell that you had joined into the Discord.
Me either. Can everybody hear Jimmy? Jimmy's gonna sing now. Give us some opera.
Kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit.
Well done. Well done. How's your evening, Jimmy?
It's alright. Playing some Sea of Thieves at the moment.
You playing what?
Sea of Thieves.
Oh, that's a PC slash Xbox game, right?
Yep.
Or is it Xbox only?
I think it's PC and Xbox. I don't know if it's on PS4 or not, but I know it's
It is not.
cross-playing
It is.
PS3
That is a
and
Microsoft. That's a
yeah.
Microsoft exclusive title. I'm familiar with that. I just didn't know if you could get it on the PC or not.
Yep, I'm playing it on PC at the moment.
Oh, you can. Oh, nice.
Mhm.
And it's a
You can
MMO,
cross-play with
right?
Xbox.
You're like a level something or other, and you have so much scurvy
Sorta.
points. And...
Sorta. It's interesting. Like you start off fresh pretty much every time, and you build up your level to 5 with a certain emissary.
Oh, okay.
You bring them treasure, you rank up with them, and then once you get rank 5 with that emissary, once you lower the flag, you get another reward for it. So you can perpetually do that. You can go PvP hunting, you can fish, whatever.
You don't have a character that you're leveling up. You get to kind of drop in.
Yeah, there are there's stuff like there's like a battle pass in it, sort of.
Oh, cool.
That you can obtain rewards for your character like it's a constant progression system that way, but your character is not like a level 1 or level 5 sailor or anything like that.
Right. Like a
It's
junior
really
grade
cool, though.
captain or something. That's pretty cool. A little different way of doing it. And gives you more reasons to come back. As opposed to like the long grind, like, you know, Guild Wars or WoW.
Yeah, you know, you would think a game like this one would be one of those where it's not exactly a lifestyle kind of game, but I've only been playing for like 5 days, and I've put more hours than I care to tell anyone into it.
Yes, I can hear you clicking away, so I believe it.
That massive dome marks the Venetian police.
You should check it out.
Cops
Is
around
it?
here
It's
really
free to
like
play,
making
right?
an impression.
Oh, thanks for the
It's
follow,
free.
Cable Guy.
It's free if you have the Xbox Game Pass, I think.
Oh, that's why I don't have it. That's right. You do have to pay for it.
Also, hello, Carla.
Carla!
Noted.
Ooh,
Huh.
Slice sounded so
Looks like I
serious.
found my way inside.
He was like, noted.
Well, that dome is covered in glazed tile. There's no way to climb up there.
So what happened with
Come
the
on,
audio
pal.
earlier?
There's always a way.
I just turned on OBS, as I do, and it changed the microphone input to default instead of to the Yeti. It just changed that. I don't know what default it is, but it clearly wasn't the Yeti, so I had to, you know, you have to find out why, because there's like 12 things that it could be. And so once I found that, I was like, oh, okay, I didn't change that, so I don't know why you thought that that's what needed to happen, so. I was afraid I was going to have to restart everything and start over, but it didn't work out. So I don't know if you're watching the stream right now, but I'm in that Octavio level, and I actually saw the rough of this. Is that available? Have other people seen the rough of this level?
I've seen it in video footage, but I haven't actually played it.
Because what was so cool is that there were things on it that I remember being like, oh, they just added those. It's on this tower here, and I feel like it's the hooks or something. I remember being like, we recorded this line today, and then I could see why you adjusted this pillar to make that possible. Because what I remember also, Nate Fox says that he designed all of these levels using like really rough ad system, I guess, any of the same systems that the regular guys do, but it doesn't look good. He's like, it's essentially a sketch in 3D. And then real artists come in and go, oh, okay, this is what he means, and curve this out and add these polygons here. But the geometry of the level is all designed by Nate. Which is kind of cool. But be honest, how many hours? More than 20.
There are some wires
Yes.
crossing the canal. They
More
look
than
like a
20 in
conduit
5
for getting
days.
up
Well
to that
done.
air vent.
Yeah. I didn't have anything to do yesterday. But put about 9 hours into the game.
Yes! Why not? That's pretty cool. And how do you feel about these life choices?
Hey, they've been fun.
You know, when you got nothing better to do, you got nothing better to do.
Yep. And there is a PvP element to this game too, so if you happen to lose with, if you happen to lose a PvP battle with a bunch of stuff on board, that's like a perfect time to be like, all right, cool, I'm done for the day.
Oh, yeah, good reason to bow out. That's smart. This way. A question about this Sly level here in Venice. Oh, thanks for the follow, Duster. Is, why are there so many boats out sailing around with nobody on them? There's just boats everywhere. Are they lost in the current?
So speaking of Venice, have you ever had an opportunity to go to Italy?
I have not. Unless you count watching Spider-Man Far From Home. Whoa, Woozy with more subscribes.
Nice
Man,
climbing
Woozy, is it
partner.
Woozio?
I got the blueprint
Wozia?
to the vent system in front of me.
He dropped a
I
bunch
should
of
be able to
subs
guide
last
you to
week,
the
so
jail
thanks
cell.
for another sub. Woozia with the super sub. Woozia, he doesn't snub ya with the subs. It's Woozia.
Hey, Murray? Is that
Buddy,
you?
everybody gets a song. Oh, that's right, Dimitri's in here. Look at that.
What?
But I've actually wondered for a long time because I got the chance to go to Venice.
Oh,
when
really?
I
That's
was
great.
Long time no
Yeah,
punch.
in
See,
my
you're still in
sophomore
jail.
year, between my sophomore and junior year of college, my marching
Let's
band
get past the name calling and
went
get to business.
Italy with the wind ensemble for my university to celebrate the 100th anniversary of our music programs.
Fun? Cool.
And I noticed that there are a lot of doors that are way close to the water, like sometimes submerged in the water almost. And
Where's that
it
generous
made me
nature you're so
go and
famous
look at
for? I always pegged you as the bigger man in these
how
types of
fast Venice
situations.
is sinking, and I wonder if I wonder how far it will sink in my lifetime.
Talent, I control the beat on this track. You're just a dancer.
How much has it gone since then?
I don't know. I actually don't know that.
If those cops get their
I
mitts
feel like
on
you
me,
could
who's
figure
gonna
out like a
break you out of
trajectory
jail?
of the rate of decline.
Might get the cell door open,
Probably.
but the cops would throw down and
You want
bust me
some
on the
folks
way
in here?
out, and then
Sure,
I
yeah,
get
bring 'em
the
in.
double sentence.
All right. You mind if we do them in threes? We got 6.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's fine. Since it's just you, if we get more mods in here, we'll need to tighten it up. But that sounds good for now.
All right. We got Amelia, Ben, and Frosty.
Amelia, Min, and Frosty, welcome.
Yo, hello.
Just a moment ago, someone asked if I had ordered my copy of Bowser's Fury yet, and I think I'm gonna go into the store and pick it up, but maybe that's a bad idea. What? Sharona Peach with the sub. What up, Kevin? My Sharona Peach. My Sharona Peachy Peach. Thanks for the sub. Hi, guys, happy Thursday evening. Are you going to be playing Bowser's Fury?
Are we going to be doing what?
Bowser's Fury on Nintendo Switch?
I have no Nintendo consoles at all.
Look,
Me neither.
Okay, so no.
We can both
No for you.
Probably will wind up getting it eventually.
My macho frame. I'm packing
I
too
don't
much
do
sex
pre-orders
in the
anymore, though I've been
arsenal
burned
to
too many
invent like you
times.
stick dudes.
Is anybody getting it? Anybody into it?
I'm getting it, but I'm not going to pre-order it because I've been burned.
Tell you what. I'll
Well, it
steal
comes
a
out
couple of
tomorrow,
police
so
uniforms. We'll
pre-order
sort it
time
out
is
and then
gone.
Just walk out the front
I
door.
did not know it come out tomorrow. I need to pay attention to
Man,
release
I'm a
dates.
fashion
Yeah.
all-star. No way, no how.
I'm sorry, I
Messing
can't
up
play
big
Nintendo
polyester
games. That would be a
pig
betrayal.
suit.
So,
Some things worse than jail.
Why can't you do it?
because I would be betraying
How about I get the
Sony.
cops
Oh.
Exactly.
to run for
You're a
it?
loyalist.
Once they're all
Right,
outside
Jimmy's playing
shooting at
Sea of
me,
Thieves right now,
you
so
can
it's
slip
alright.
out no problem.
No.
I love
Well,
Sony
Man, I can
while
get
I wear my
behind.
Master Chief helmet.
Dimitri is free. Cooper is cooked. Key for sale is in head cut lady's office.
No, it's honestly because
Okay,
I don't
great.
have
This
anything
other lock won't be a problem.
to play it.
I should be able to
So-
crack it by hand.
Get me out of
I
here.
I really
and
thought I'm
I'll
doing the
find
Dimitri
Murray.
level here, and I
No
thought
sweat. Just keep on
I knew the
down
things to
low,
say,
out
but
of sight near them cops.
kind of fun to get the
Yeah,
conversation
bad
tree
bunch
wrong
of
and see some
bunnies.
more of this dialogue here. I'm gonna try to
I
make
do that
my
every
goal.
time.
Yeah, on
That's
purpose. Because there's no
Yeah, that's
penalty for
the
it.
interesting part. Yeah, I was about to say, there's no penalty, so I just listen to everything.
Yeah, might as well.
Punished, yep.
I always like this part of like it kind of fleshes out the world a little, like to crawl around a police station. Also super exciting. You get
It's
to
also-
see hear Carmelita 3.0. That's
You know, I never really got why Sly did this sort of event movement in this level instead of just moving around like normal.
Well, because they would see you. You know, if you're on the ground, they can't see you. So their noses.
I don't know.
are-
They're pretty blind. You can
Yeah.
crawl right in front of them.
Yeah.
Thanks, Link Snail, for the follow. Appreciate it.
I mean, there's some speedrunners that manage to make their way through it by walking normally. They don't care. You can walk right in front of them. All you have to do is make sure you don't touch them.
Can you walk? How do you get in front of them though?
now.
There's probably some weird
Yeah, it's-
geometry in the level.
Like some glitch
I know you
somewhere.
boys like things
Yeah,
resolved,
it's a
and so I'm
glitch. I
going
don't
to give
really
you the
know the
presentation
entire
again.
process of
This
it.
time, pay attention.
Because they have this.
You're not
It's
getting
not.
hooked
It's
now.
not that. I've tried
Just
that.
let me get my note cards back in order.
It was. It's like back at Dimitri's place.
There's some,
and,
like, some place you push him and it jumps him up into the sky and.
Wall.
Basically, yeah.
I love that the police
Head back
headquarters
to
is
Dimitri's
really
cell
bad
and free him.
security.
If he's true to his word, we'll be talking to Murray in no time.
So, I actually thought of a question I
Let's
don't
get
think I've
back
ever
to
asked
business.
before.
Love it,
Now,
love it, go.
Where was I?
What is the most common question
Hold
you are
tight,
asked?
boys. Now we're
One
going
strike five.
It'll calm down.
Oh,
I
One
have
strike
an
five.
idea, but I wonder if it's right.
Better make
Yeah,
sure
Can I
after-
guess the first two first?
Yeah, go ahead. You
I'm-
can guess.
Okay. I'm guessing the most asked are one, when it's like 5, and 2, why does Carmelita's voice actors keep changing every
Yeah.
game?
Those are pretty common. I think after the Win a Sly 5 question is what's your favorite Sly Cooper game? That's probably the question I get the most. Ooh, hide under the table.
better in the dark, Petro.
And
Really, you are an ugly, ugly man.
you know, I wonder if you ask Mark Hamill which if people ask him like which of the Jedi movies or which of the Star Wars movies is your favorite.
I think they might have asked him that at one point.
You know, I
I'm
feel like
sure.
he'd answer honest. I feel like he'd answer honestly here, because he's like, especially nowadays, he's very vocal in what he does and doesn't like about Star Wars.
Yeah, because he's like, F it, I can do whatever I want. I'm Mark effing Hamill.
Yeah, like,
Can you really crack
like he was
this
trash talking the.
Sure.
Sorry,
Just
I'm not
takes a
trying
light
to interrupt.
Didn't interrupt.
He
Matt?
was.
Let's see some shine,
He was. There was someone talking. I thought. Anyway, he was trash talking the people behind the sequel movies because he didn't like what they were doing to his character there.
I remember he
Right.
said for Mark Hamill, I remember he had said he was like playing like John Skywalker or something. Like that's what he had to tell himself because it felt so out of character.
Mm.
But then back on the actual like question things, it reminds me of this one question that Harrison Ford had been asked. I think it was like on Jimmy Kimmel or something, or Jon Stewart, and he's like, hey, if I give you this $20 bill, can you tell us something about the new Star Wars? And then his answer was, he took the $20 and he answered, I hear they're making another one. And this was like during the production of, this was like after the first of these new sequel movies.
Yeah. Well, we all knew they were making more. That's pretty great. Yeah, I've seen they had Mark Ruffalo on. Was it Conan? And he gave the plot of the next movie, but he was actually but they bleeped it out. And it was actually the plot to the Hulk movie that Universal made.
Hello, assorted meatheads and lady. Anyone feel like some exercise?
Cooper.
Well,
Love him, man.
And
You know, it took me way too long to understand what he meant by assorted people.
oh, really? That's funny. I seem to remember we did that one a number of times. I don't remember why. Hello,
One
assorted
thing I don't get
meatheads.
about this Dimitri level is that Sly is standing right on the other side of glass when the lights go up. So wouldn't he also be able to be seen there?
Got some serious
Yes.
nerve showing up.
Nah, that's one side of glass.
It's slightly frosted glass.
Then let's spend some quality
And then
time.
he's
Frosty,
standing in
not
front of his
frosted.
car, too.
forward. What happened to the demure girl I used to know?
Grew
So
up
much
and stopped
flirting.
taking grief from guys like you.
Guys like me? Are you saying I've got some competition for your affection?
Seriously, why didn't they extend these black bars at the top and the bottom? It's so funny. Oh gosh, why?
I never noticed that happens if you play it in widescreen.
Yeah, I mean this is the collection, so aren't you always gonna play it in widescreen?
You know, when I first got the collection, I was using the same TV that I played the originals in.
Oh, so
I
it was all
actually
fine.
didn't notice it for a while. But
That's
then when
funny.
I got a new HD TV, it was the first thing I noticed, and I was triggered the entire time.
Triggered. And thanks for the bit cheer there, Link Snail, and welcome. Thanks for the follow. Ultra making? That's pretty fun. What are you making ultrally? I was watching somebody do a review, it was on Polygon, of the Crash series, and he tried to create a pocket dimension where it was the 90s, and he was playing all the Crash games for the first time.
Oh dear.
Have you seen this video? It was pretty funny. Because he was born in like 94, so he didn't play the Crash games the first time they were out. So he got an RCT TV and found a bunch of 90s food and stuff. Wore 90s clothes. It was pretty funny.
I thought I heard you say that. Ultraman King is my cousin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Welcome, alternate Jimmy.
We grew up together playing Sly.
Aw, that's cool. Well, thanks for the follow.
Also,
Does he live near you? In the south there?
He lives about 20-25 minutes away.
Very cool. Awesome. Imagine that's fun. Sorry, go ahead. What's that?
Yeah, going back to the black bar things, I'm currently trying to make some of the UI for one of my things right now that I'm still like making. I confirmed that making the thing stick on multiple different types of screen sizes is very difficult.
I've missed you, pal.
Because you don't know the aspect resolution or what?
No, because when I make it fit for one size, I'll go and check for another, and then all of a sudden either the UI is too small or too large, and I had to go through like 7 different settings just to get it so that it would scale right just between like full screen and 16 by 9. I forgot what the other side was. It was such a hassle just trying to figure that part out.
That's interesting. So there's some geometry there. It's not just a mask. Like if you shoot TV, back in the day they would shoot film for television for shows like Star Trek The Next Generation. But they would just put masks on the left and the right to make it 3x4. So you're saying that there's more math involved when you're doing coding for it. You can't just slap a filter in front of it.
For the people that made this, because I'm 90% certain that Cesaro and definitely Sucker Punch didn't have access to things like Unity and Unreal.
Well, they didn't when they first made it. Absolutely not. And so Senzaro was just using the base game. They took the code and brought it to the modern age.
Yeah, so they definitely were using a lot of math, and inside of Unity itself, because it kind of is like putting a mask over the thing, but the difference is that the camera will change sizes depending on your actual screen, and it's also technically not on. It's like a bunch of foil layers that you're putting up against where you want the camera to be, and it's really difficult to describe actually.
That's interesting.
But
yeah, I've used Unity. I can confirm it's really, really difficult.
That's pretty cool. All right. Well, now I won't, because I look at that as like, if you're in Photoshop, adding a masking layer to the top and the bottom, super easy. Premiere is like super easy. Just put a filter there, slap that on there. So I get it. It was like that was beyond the scope of the project to do that level of coding.
Probably, yeah. Then again, they did manage to code in entirely new pieces of music for the first game, apparently, at least from what some people were telling me in some other servers.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I don't know all the changes. I know that Ms. Ruby's, not only is it like out of sync, there's actually a different, remix, I think. Clockworks is definitely different from the
I know
PS2
the entirety
version.
of the first 2 levels are completely different, because I just played them a few days ago, and I'm sitting there going through the first 2 levels of the first Sly Cooper game, and I'm sitting there in just complete uncomfortableness. This is different. This does not feel like the game I grew up with.
Oh, it's funny. And then
That's
so
what it
you
was
wrote
like when I was playing it on emulator.
Oh gosh, man, I'm not a very good thief tonight. They can hear me. Do they have better ears in this game rather than Sly 1?
No, you touched him.
No, I didn't. I would have
Yes, you
known.
did. I
No, I
just
didn't.
saw the
know,
I did not
playback
touch him.
now. You did.
You know, I think they actually have
Did an
worse
instant
hearing in
replay
this
on that.
game, to be honest. Like, aside from the mic thing, which I'm pretty sure is gone here, I know you can, like, you can do, like, a knockout dive right behind them and they don't hear it, whereas in Sly 2, you can do it from 10 feet away, they'd be like, what was that?
Yeah, I
What?
think it's
What?
only in Slide 2 that has the microphone peripheral thing. This is the one where they changed that out with the 3D glasses.
Nobody asked for that. Except for maybe Sony.
I liked it. I thought it was fun.
I also liked
I
it
think it
for,
was,
like...
I liked wearing it, but I didn't like playing those levels.
Oh,
I
really?
had
That's
them,
funny.
and
I
then
would like, when I was younger, I would wear the glasses, but I wouldn't do anything with them in the game.
That's funny. They were like a fashion statement for you.
Yeah, a 6-year-old kid likes Sly Cooper, so.
You put on the glasses,
I think I
why
liked
not?
the first level.
I lost my glasses a long time ago. I'm so sad.
I have like 12 pairs, so.
Of course.
I stole them from other
I
kids.
would use a plastic candy cane that we had for Christmas decorations and pretend that was Sly Cooper's cane.
Oh, that's
And
adorable.
I steal from invisible guards. I do it outside where people could see me too. So.
Well, they were invisible, so you were saving them.
Yeah.
Only you could see the guards. That's pretty cool. Little Sly Cooper. No one thought to get you a real cane?
Well, the thing is, we did, but they weren't shaped like a hook.
Oh, sure, yeah.
We had canes, but also, my grandfather was living with us, so I couldn't really take his.
That'd have been funny.
You know, actually, that does come with a funny story, because at some point, like I said, I was using those plastic candy cane things to play with, and at some point, my dad sat me down, and he asked me if I knew what happened to the cane, specifically the cane. And me being a 6-year-old autist kid didn't really understand context clues, so I thought he was talking about the candy cane that I was using. And I told him that I broke it, because I did.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, and he was talking about my grandfather's cane, so then
Yeah.
I had to quickly explain that I didn't break the cane that my grandfather had to use to move around in.
And he believed you, or was that hard?
Yeah, he believed me.
Oh, good. Here's another question. Why is this Ferris wheel running with no customers on it and making noise? Like, what is happening in this ghost town?
Aesthetics.
They explain why it's there
Kinetic
later.
It's
Yes,
It's
kinetic
actually very.
aesthetic.
It's actually there for a very sinister reason, but
It's a secret
Don't
weapon
talk
that
like
will
that,
come
man.
in
This
handy
is
later.
Yeah, I know that we use it later to roll stuff down, but like in the world of the game, why would there be a working Ferris wheel and boats with no boatmen on them just floating around the
Aesthetic.
sea?
I'm assuming it's like 2 a.m. at this time, so nobody's there.
No, guys, it's the robots taking over. The robots are taking all our jobs.
Yeah, those are Uber boats.
Uber boats, self-driving Uber boats.
Well, my
Except they
grandpa
don't-
would have come, but he kind of uses this cane to ambulate, and I just sat there and thinking to myself, I think this would look better with a nice blue shirt rather than with you.
I'm sad that I never really asked him, but my, what would he be now? He's like my extended he's my grandfather's brother. I don't know what you call that.
That wasn't a letter in the alphabet. Just so you.
No, that was 2 or 3
oh, well,
letters.
you mean?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, no.
Oh, that one? Oh, okay. Well, I just made it a thing, so.
Oh, good. Well, at least not a character I'm familiar with. So.
But yeah, he was actually a very established woodmaker, and he would
Oh,
make
really?
canes, like, he would just do it in his free time, and he's sold a bunch of them too.
That's
He's
cool.
now he's long since passed, but for the longest time, I wanted to see if he would make a Cooper cane, because you know for a fact that some people already have the dimensions down. We had one. There was a Sly Cooper, like a mascot at, what was it, PAX or something? At like 2013, 2014. It was for the release of Sly 4, I think.
Was it really? I don't remember that. That's
Yeah,
cool.
no, there's pictures. I hate to call it a fursuit, but yeah, no, there's a Sly fursuit running around.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
There's
Sorry,
a
I
lot
thought you were
of
saying.
He's taken pictures before, and haven't you?
Yeah, no, yeah, I have a picture with it. In fact,
Ah,
I've mentioned this before. It's like a mascot, you know. But
it's a mascot. No, seriously, I swear.
Yeah, it was pretty cool to walk into the Sony booth and there it was, and was like, hey, and then I got some random person to take a picture of me, and it was really weird to hear. I listen to my own voice all day, but looking at Sly and hearing my own voice, I was like, oh, it's Sly Cooper. It was really strange.
So
in that moment, I was like,
voice?
I sound like Sly Cooper.
Did they know it was you?
When I told
Did
them,
they know you were the voice actor?
yeah, I told Sly that. I
That's
was like,
cheating.
hey, you have a really great voice. That's me.
You just
Yeah,
lean
that's-
into him and say,
That's cheating.
imposter.
Yeah, in those situations, I half expect the actor inside to go, how do I get into voice acting?
Train me.
Help me. I want to be a voice actor. Well, you're a guy in a suit. But I one time was I typed Sly Cooper into Google and accidentally had it on Google Maps, and Google Maps returned an answer, and it was the company that made that costume is here in Los Angeles. So they had it in their metadata on their site, so it showed up there, which is kind of
Here's
cool.
a question I don't think you've been asked before.
Oh, I like it. Go for it.
So, what is your opinion on furries, and I guess any involvement Sly Cooper may have made in early 2000s in creating them?
I have gotten that question before. I
okay.
don't. I don't think Sly created furries. I'm pretty sure. I know that was a thing back in.
I think it was like just a bunch of different TV shows and games.
Well,
not
I
just
remember.
one.
I remember learning about furries in 1994. It was established thing that someone was explaining to me. So I know they were around prior to Sly or any of those sort of
there
things.
was like Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Basically every single Disney Renaissance movie that involved.
Yeah,
some
that
type of
probably.
game.
Yeah, that's
Probably
true.
that too. That makes sense.
I get it. But there's a lot of sub communities within our world, in our culture, and if that's your thing, that's your thing. Go for it. Oh, there.
All right.
Are you furry savvy?
No, I'm not at all.
I had to explain to some people on voice call last week about how I wasn't a furry just because I liked Sly Cooper. And it was just an argument about semantics, and then the topic changed.
Do you wear a furry costume? Because I really feel like that's either a yes or no question.
No, I don't. That's
Sometimes only on the weekends.
Yeah.
the argument was that since I like Sly Cooper and he's an anthropomorphic character, therefore I am a furry.
No, I don't think it works that way.
It's a little cut and dry.
Yeah, I think the cut and dry line is: do you put a costume on?
Like it would be one thing if I liked him because he was a raccoon.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, that is true. Violent J of the Insane Clown Posse has an ICP style fursuit. I don't know what ICP is, but Insane Clown Posse.
Insane Clown Posse. Yeah, I was like, I think the name is in the name.
My mind went to other places. I thought he was talking like PVC or something,
Yeah, an
like
MFG
the
or something.
material.
Yeah, a PVC, an ICP PCP pipe. That's quite a mental acrobags.
So how you guys been tonight? What's up tonight?
I'm exhausted.
Fascinating.
This may not be a terribly long stream. I had talking all day on Zoom, and then I spent the evening talking through a mask. So I'm actually pleased that my voice is working at all at this moment.
It's always fun.
well, that's the perks of being a voice actor.
Yeah, that's
That experience.
Yeah, I remember actually arriving for a Sly 3 session after working all day, because they fly me up there, and they picked me up at the airport, and I had been working all that afternoon, and they're like, you don't sound good. I was like, nah, I'm just tired. I've been talking all day. And they were very concerned, like, well, wait, are you gonna be able to record tomorrow? I'm like, just stop talking to me and let me go to sleep. We'll be fine. Happens all the time. When you talk for 8 hours, too, you're gonna sound like this. So,
Oh, for sure.
yeah.
Do you get that like hoarse graveliness to your voice after a while, or do you just get quieter?
It just gets quieter. It just kind of like
okay.
runs it. If I get the gravelness, then we've gone too far. Like if they'd actually hit
You're
something,
like
I'm
David Hayter over there, just downing a shot of whiskey before his
yeah.
lines.
It's like we're like a brakes grinding without brake pads. Like now we've oh no. Oh, the whole thing again? The whole thing again. Oh no. Not again?
One more hit.
Don't
think
let
I'm
go
way
of the
behind
circle
you.
button. There you go.
You know, I was watching a YouTube video.
What's
from
YouTube?
This, channel called Sideways. It's a video sharing platform. It's pretty neat.
Good.
Bruh.
Thank you, Jimmy.
But the video
It's this
channel is
old
called
website.
Sideways.
Yeah.
And he does a lot of like analysis about like music in films and
Yeah.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he went on a deep dive as to why a lot of people criticized the music that came out of the film adaptation of Les Mis.
Oh yeah. Whoa.
There's some like from someone who is a nerd about vocal health as well. There's some horrifying stuff that they put those cast members
Really?
through.
I believe it.
Yeah. Like, and it's not just like a hearsay kind of thing. It's like the cast members talking about it. So you're like, oh my god, they made you sing like 8 hours straight, back to back, days on end.
Yeah, and then you're coughing up blood. Like, how can you,
Yeah.
how can you do that?
After making you go on like a diet regimen to like make you show off a six pack, but like deprive you of water at 24 hours at a time.
Why? Why are they depriving you of water? What does that help? Whoa.
Because like
that does
because
actually help.
It losing the water weight like
That's
makes
the thing
makes the
bodybuilders
muscles
do,
more
actually.
visible.
Yeah.
Oh no, these
So, like-
these lasers aren't in sync
that-
anymore.
That's a rare glitch for Bentley. I've only had that happen once. I thought it was PS Vita exclusive though.
This is awesome. Look at that. It's extra difficulty. I could do it though. I'm a master thief. So.
How does that true?
Yeah, Joey, not only 8 hours of voice work, but 8 hours of singing. Like,
Yeah, say that sounds brutal.
it hurts. That
Yeah.
hurts for anybody.
It hurts my voice just thinking about it. Can't do it.
We do have a question in the chat by
Yeah, hit me.
by Kasen95. Do you know how the decision was made to introduce Clockla in Sly 2 instead of bringing back Clockwork? Appreciate the streams.
Oh, you're kind. Thanks. I don't. My guess is that it was a good way to bring back the villain without bringing back the villain, right? Like, have the importance of the
Making a new
villain there.
threat out of an old threat.
Yeah, exactly. Without it just being straight up resurrected. Like, and we killed him, but now he's back. So then why did we go through that last adventure? Where this is like round 2, a new problem. So.
To be fair, Clockwork is like one of the rare villains where it would have actually made sense if he came back.
Yeah, I've
I
always.
think once.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think once you finish the arc in a story, I was actually talking with Steven about this last night, kind of separate. I think it was on the opposite side, but like, I think after you put something to rest, I think you should kind of give it a rest. I kind of liked how they put the spin in Sly 2, how they reintroduced kind of the same villain but with a different twist.
Yeah,
I think that was.
Yeah.
I think that was a good call.
Yeah, I wasn't saying that they should have brought him back. I was just saying like it made sense.
It wouldn't have been a crime, right? Unlike the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them sequel, where it's like, no, we saw that thing die, so why do you mean it's back? Like, how is it back? Yeah, whatever that thing is.
I thought it technically escaped someone at the end, but there was something.
No, it died. They were like, it blew up and everything's sad, and then they're like, oh no, it recongealed. Like, wait.
I'd have to go back and watch. I still haven't seen the second Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, I've only seen it once in theaters, and I was like, oh, Oh, it's gonna be like this.
I'm
Okay.
just like, I just like cute animals.
Yeah, you gotta love the nifflers.
All right. Well, I gotta get back to my essay. I gotta finish. I've
Go
been
write it.
procrastinating too long. Someone can take my place.
Yeah,
Thanks
so
for
let's
being
see.
here. Why don't we go ahead and change out the room entirely, and we'll go on
That's
with
what
our
I was
evening.
thinking.
Thanks for
Alright,
coming
guys,
tonight.
bring in- Thanks so much,
Alrighty.
Frosty. Take care,
See you
buddy.
next
See ya.
time.
I have one question first.
Hit me.
What's
Okay.
up, Ben?
All right. It's not really a question. It's just like a, well, it's a fun question. So, I know at one point somebody randomly asked you who would win between Sly and Batman. I have a different sort of question. How do you think Sly would get along with Spider-Man?
Oh, I think they'd be pretty good buddies. I think they have very similar temperaments. And they're
I
both,
don't
you know,
think
fun.
Spidey would let him just go around stealing things, but I feel like they'd have really fun dialogue together.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that, like, Spider-Man be like, you know, please stop kleptoing stuff, and Sly be like, make me, and then he'd show him his web shooters, that kind of stuff.
It'd be probably a very Deadpool Spider-Man type relationship.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
That's
ready
what
to
happens when
let someone
Disney
else
buys Sony completely. We'll get that crossover. So
Hey,
it's
I
only a
want to see
matter
that.
of time.
I think that would be an awesome crossover.
Yeah. All right. So, thank you, Ben. Thank you, Amelia Cooper, for joining us for the stream. We're gonna swap you guys out with 2 other folks.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Thank you guys so very much. Have a good rest of your night. We'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye. Venice fried
Okay,
chicken.
bye.
Why
So
is the alarm a boat bell? That's a solid
Next
question.
people in the queue were Jace, Swampy, and Titiana.
Okay, so let's bring. I think Jace is. Let's bring in Jace for a second. See if they're still here. They're deaf and muted. Maybe they're watching the stream. We'll try that.